name is Susie Beckerle, and this is my husband, Dan. And we have 3 children, Elizabeth, and then we have a daughter, Katie, and then we have Andrew, who is our baby. The kids all went to Catholic schools and Catholic high schools, and then they all, of course, left and went their own ways for college.
Andrew was a very good student in school. He studied economics, his bachelor's in economics, but really his interest was the outdoors. It was farming, it was organic farming.
He moved over to Minneapolis, and he's had several jobs, but they've always all been
Outdoors.
So Andrew's a crew manager for his company, and he was getting rid of buckthorn by spraying something on it. And he was up near Stillwater. Him and his coworker came across a pile of animals that had passed away.
Animal carcasses.
Carcasses, yeah. They were deteriorating at different stages, and they went over to check it out. And there was a power line that was down.
It was hanging down for some trees overhead.
And it somehow, they both got electrocuted to a certain degree. Brendan, much, much less. So Brendan, waved down a person driving down the road, and they called the paramedics and everybody, and he was taken to Regions Hospital. I was in Houston, Texas at a baby shower, and I got a call. I picked it up, and it was the gentleman that owns the company. And he said, there's been a bad accident. Your son's at Regions Hospital. You need to get here as soon as possible.
When they loaded Andrew in the ambulance, that he was still conscious, which was very encouraging to hear. But I had no idea of the extent of the injury. Still, I just can't get out of my mind that when I walked into the burn unit at Regions, she told me Andrew was a triple amputee. That just
badly burned.
It just hit so hard because he's all about just being outdoors and being physical, and it just was too much to take. To find a place like Firefighters for Healing where you don't have to worry about your finances, you don't have to worry about where you're going to stay. You can focus all your time and energy on your son and his recovery.
And that is the most important thing to take away from Firefighters, is that they allow you to do that.
Yep.
And we were here for 156 days. They have basically said, if we're coming to help Andrew in any way, that our door is open.
At some point, the head of the nursing staff came to us and he said, you know what? Andrew has reinvigorated everybody's reason for being here and doing what they're doing. Everything we've done has worked. Everything, he's making progress as fast as anybody's ever made progress in the recovery here. But also his attitude and his just appreciation for the staff has just made everybody want to do their job even better.
So my recovery, I would say, is going well, all things considered. No major hiccups, things going kind of as planned, slow and steady, Like a realization about life change almost feels like it happened a lot later. I think early on I remember just kind of being like, I'm so happy to be alive, and like looking at the nurses and being like, oh my God, your eyes are so beautiful. And just really feeling the love, just like really relational. And like, I knew what had happened, but I wasn't really like thinking about like, oh shit, I can't do X, Y, or Z. I think that if I didn't have like the social, emotional support of friends and family and nurses, I'd still be here in this body, right? And I'd still probably have this wheelchair, live in an apartment, whatever. But I don't think that I would feel like myself, And right now I feel like just a new version of myself. Hospitality is really important to me. I'm not sure that I thought about it a lot in the hospital, but I think it really would have been a huge thing to weigh on me if it felt like they were feeling kind of on their own, And so having a place that they can come back to and rest and have people over to, have my friends over for dinner. is really important. And I think especially when the nature of your injury is that it's like long-term recovery, and often people are coming from like the whole region. Like, you know, these burn centers have been closing. People get burns everywhere. And if you have to get airlifted hours away, it's really important to have a place that they can go. So I'm so grateful.